Hey everybody, welcome one and all to 2B, 2T. Is that the question or is that not the question? I don't know. 2B, 2T, or 2B or not 2T, I don't know. However it's supposed to go. Welcome everybody. Hope you all are having a wonderful evening. I know I am. So, I said that I'd be building my base out of deep slate brick and things of that nature, right? Well, Alpha and I, yesterday, found an ancient city, and good lord, is this place big. Hey, Vern. Hey, Callum. Hey, Copperator. Hey, Slothman. Hey, June. Welcome. Glad you all are here. Yeah, this place is huge. Like, as we were raiding this and you know, doing all the stuff, getting all the items and so on, I was like, you know, this place is just too valuable. Like, I want items and blocks to build with. This is honestly like, this is just the best I'm gonna get. Oh, hey, Cat Girl Lana. Okay, hi, Cat Girl Lana, aka Sylvies. Oh, okay. Sure, whatever. You want to say hi to people, I'll say hi to them for you. By proxy. None of this get me to say, you know, XYZ stuff like an actual, you know. Oh shit. Let's switch to the Silk Touch or the Fortune, because I don't want to have all this crap be Silk Touched. I don't need the Skulk. So I'm gonna de-skulkify this entire area. Sadly, we're gonna have mobs out the wazoo, but oh well. So what all has been going on lately? I've been kind of keeping to myself. So has anything like drama-wise? I try to stay off the subreddit because that place is cancerous. But you know, that was your Minecraft account. Okay, I see. Good. I get it now. But yeah, I try to stay off stuff like the subreddit and other places just because, again, cancerous. Oh, incidentally, I got Mending and Swift Sneak, so I need to upgrade these pants to Netherite. But apart from that, everything else pretty well, you know, got preserved. Okay. I want to save the sensors. Because, why not? Sensors are cool. In 1.20, you can make a block called an attuned skulk sensor. And the attuned... Oh, shit. Well, I wanted... Like I said, I want to, like... There we go. Whatever. We've already de-shriekered everything. So there are no shriekers to worry about that I'm aware of. So we will be able to more or less move around here safely. It was not easy, but, like, you know. I wanted to raid it on stream, but Alpha was like, no, I want to raid it with you, Jack. And I couldn't. He put up the pouty face. Like, I couldn't. Sal's a crybaby. Ouch. I don't want to, like, comment on stuff like that, but Alpha did bring up a really good point the other day. How people who don't even play the server and who are openly saying they don't play the server had a say in how the server would or would not update. Or if there would be rollback or whatever. And, yeah, I kind of have to agree with him. He was like, people with priority should have been the ones to vote. Not random people in Sal's, you know, comment section who have no dog in this fight whatsoever. Like, it wasn't fair. So, I don't know. But then how do you set up a priority-only styled system? It's just... It very quickly becomes a bit of a shit show. Everybody would then complain about not being able to vote, and it just... There would be no winner, I guess. I don't know. Oh yeah, I got some really nice hose. So I got to at least get some good spoils out of this place. Is it on 1.19? It's on 1.19.4. We're not on plain Jane 1.19. I don't think we'll ever be. Hey, Stone Cold Killer. Is Zero Neb right again about the Spawn Masons being admin? We don't know. My instinct says, zero neb. But, like, you know, a broken clock is right twice a day. So if he beats the drum hard and often enough, he might just actually get it right by accident. I couldn't tell you. I want him to not be correct. I want there to not be an admin of any kind that's not Housemaster. But, like, I couldn't tell you, man. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Like, if there is such an admin, they aren't going to admit it. But, like, I don't know, man. It's so hard to tell what is going on behind the scenes, and it's always been that way. There's always been that uncertainty. I don't care about the catalysts. I do care about the sensors. Sensors are a kind of semi-precious item. And actually, for that matter, maybe I should be using that Silk Touch hoe instead of my Silk Touch pick. But yeah, this is going to be a pretty nice haul. Got plenty of all the deep slate variants so far. I don't need gray wool. This reminds me of what was that? It was oh god, it was that one map that Hermetic Lock hosted. It was a very closed off map. What was that called? It was like we had limited resources. It was like total anarchy. What was that? It was Miner's Folly, but not... It wasn't Miner's Folly. It was inspired by Miner's Folly. I just don't remember the name he gave for it. But yeah, that server map, there was a deep dark with an ancient city, like, at spawn. And that map was, like, so cool. I remember, like, basing in the depths of that deep dark, just trying my hardest to stay alive. Because everybody was way better equipped. And it got to the point where there were no means of getting netherite. There was no way to fight back effectively. Like, it was awful. Whoosh. But damn, was it fun. Really, it's a shame we didn't start that Pokemon server that we were gonna do a Cobblemon server. But Cobblemon never updated. Like, it was gonna be, I think it's stuck on 1.19.2 or something. But like, I was hoping it would update to 120, and then it just never updated. And they keep teasing, you know, updates and stuff on Twitter, but like, they're not really there yet. So it's just kind of like, well, I don't know. No idea what things will do. Masons could be admins. That's the going theory. I'll believe it when I see it. I don't really care as long as they leave me alone. I have no dog in that fight. So if there are people cheating and being admin and all that, using the powers that be to, I don't know, whatever they're doing, whatever you do. Like, whatever the Spawn Masons have. If that's what they're doing, cool. More power to them, just don't mess with me. Leave me be. You guys have your little jerk-off fest or whatever the Spawn Masons do these days. And, you know, I just don't concern me. I don't have to care. Also, this is an excellent way to get a lot of XP. I think some of the Masons are in the dev team. Yeah, that seems to be... Like, there seems to be a developer team for how everything is maintained. And that makes sense. You would need some sort of a dev team to keep this place going. Especially now. I don't know what that team looks like. Like, that could be anything. Wouldn't it be funny if, like, the dev team was just 2 people? And they were the only ones giving any support of any kind. And they're allowed to be admin, pseudo-admin, whatever, just to, I don't know, just to say they can, or something. Or their loyalty is, like, purchasable, maybe. I don't know, you can never tell with those types. Maybe they are staunchly, you know, pro-spawn mason, but they're not, like, gonna backstab other people or something. Who knows? But, like, unfortunately, I've seen just too many instances of admin going into the hands of the wrong people. And the next thing you know, it's a free-for-all. Whoops. Let's get rid of this basalt. I don't actually need it. So yeah, this place is a really nice little hole in the ground. Get rid of this crap. I don't need that. Alpha said he wanted to live in an ancient city, and I was like, you know, ancient cities are, like, really drab and really boring. I could make an ancient city with a similar aesthetic, but with a better overall design. And he's like, yeah, you could. And I was like, yeah, we will. And so we're doing that. More or less. Reynoso hat trick. Okay. No idea what you're talking about. If it's not the LARPiest troll ever, yeah, it could be. That's the thing. Like, this is such an easy troll. Oh, yeah. We will propagate within our own group the idea that we have admin. It's not even remotely true. Never was. But the idiots out there like ZeroNeb will happily believe it. And so I'm just like, okay, well, whatever. The most you could do is catch them in the act, if that was true. It would be stupid of them to do anything, like, out in the open. So, like, the odds are very good that if anyone does have admin, it's in a limited capacity. It's not full power, you know. Also, House has been burned by that before, so I would think he'd be kind of wise to people trying shit like that. That just feels, you know, right. What dupe did you get? I didn't get any dupe. I was able to take stuff from people who had access to it. But my sources are classified, sadly. It was fun, but it was a fun little proof of concept. It was patched, to my knowledge, and that's really all there is to it. And in all honesty, I'm kind of glad it was patched. Just because a dupe should by nature be a very transient, very quick, blink and you miss it kind of affair. It should never be a day in, day out for weeks or months or whatever at a time. It feels too unreal, you know? Like, you don't have to... You don't have to work for it, you know? Like, when we had the chunk dupe, because that one just lasted and lasted and lasted forever, it felt like at a certain point I was so tired of logging on just to duplicate items. No, I'm not duping Prazi. I'm digging up an ancient city. But yeah, it got to the point where I was like, duping is kind of overrated. Not that I wasn't happy to have the items, just that it just... Oh wow, so that's what the underside of that texture looks like. Creepy. But yeah, it got to the point where I was like, you know, I have a vision for a build. Of course, I was building Space Valk 3 at that time, and I was like, you know, I could just build that. I've duped enough, right? And I kept being told. Oh, it's like par and golf. Parzi, my bad. So sorry. But yeah, there came a point where I was like, yeah, how much duping is enough, you know? Do you ever really get satisfied? Some people don't. And I was like, you know, like there's this one moment in the show Futurama where one of the main characters, he's a kleptomaniac, foul-mouthed robot, they get invited to the this sort of, it was a fake wedding, and it's all a scam. But in the meantime, they're like robbing the robot character. He's like robbing this supposed ancient dead civilization, and it's got like all these cultural monuments and shit there. And it was just like Bender gets to the point where he's like, you know, I've stolen enough. And the other character comes in and slaps him in the face and goes, get a hold of yourself. And he comes back to his senses and he's like, no, yeah, you're right. I should keep stealing. I'm sorry, I didn't know what came over me, Fry. Thank you. God damn it. That's how Alpha was for me. And I was like, yeah, you're right. I should keep duping. It really is a shame that we lost all that stuff. Oh, wow, Orsond. I should listen to the song Biggering. It was the original demo for the Onceler song in the Lorax. It's so much better. Ah. The Lorax. I've never actually seen the Lorax. I never saw the 2010 version, and I never saw the original. The original animated version from, like, whenever that came out. Oh, man. What type of bricks? These are all deep slate brick. The slates of deep. Like the cliffs of Dover. Yeah. Biggering's really epic song about economic scale. How more you want, more you want. Ah, yeah. It's very easy to become, you know, like never ending. Your hunger's never satiated. Greed never has an end to it. I get that feeling. I can understand. That is true. Greed is a very hard thing to properly package away. At a certain point, you just kind of keep wanting more and more, yeah. That reminds me of my little fat, rotund kitty who once upon a time would eat can after can and bag after bag of dry food. Her appetite's finally slowed down in the last few months. She's literally 22 fucking pounds, though. This poor cat, like, I wish I could make her lose weight, but we only just recently discovered how to get her to play with stuff, because she wouldn't play. That's the thing, like, cats need to play to exercise. And so she was having trouble really, like, moving. She just sleeps all day. I know I would be the same way if I were a cat, but yeah. Fat rotund kitty reveal? Oh, it's on my, I haven't posted pictures of her lately, but I've posted pictures of her on Twitter. I posted pictures on Discord. Like, she's revealed. Don't worry. You just have to go out there and look in the right spots. Let's get rid of that. But yeah, Fat Ellie is her name. Fat Girl has, that's my nickname for her. I'll ask her, you want some food, Fat Girl? You okay, Fat Girl? Come here, Fat Girl. And she doesn't think anything of it. That's just her nickname. And recently we discovered we can place magazines on the floor, and she'll like root around on them, and then she'll like rub up against them and then tear them up with her claws, because that's sort of, you know, a form of play. And she'll like get into, you know, the pages and like mess everything up. But that it's a type of like, yeah, she is fat. She's 22 pounds. But like that's a sort of, I don't know, pseudo therapy, I guess. Like I said, it's a way to make her play, and she does not want to play. She has so developed a sedentary life that it would be sad if it weren't the fact that she brought that on herself. All she would do is just sit there and then beg for food if I didn't feed her, she would whine endlessly. So I think we're kind of getting her under control. But unfortunately, you know, some cats are little tyrants. You don't notice it until it's like almost too late. But yeah, they can be little tyrants sometimes. Did I get everything? Okay, I did. I'm gonna burn down all this wool. It's an eyesore. But anyway, yes, 3-4 Minnesota. Okay, Jack's been working on a nuclear weapon. If you call this a nuclear weapon, sure. You know, wonder if Fit has moved on. That's hard to say. I did say this yesterday that he was probably waiting to like really collect his thoughts on everything and like get his ducks in a row. And then the reset basically made any thoughts you could have had more or less obsolete. So unless he's gonna like bring up a point that barely anyone else has brought up before, and I don't know what point that would even be at this point. Like more or less every opinion and idea has more or less been expressed, you know? Like, what's an element of this that no one has talked about yet? Like, there's a somewhat undercurrent element of people who voted. The vast majority of them don't actually play, so why were they given a voice if they don't play? Because they don't matter. And yeah, that is kind of true. If you didn't play the server, you still don't play the server. You know, maybe don't let your opinion be so easily swayed. But that, by and large, you know... Everybody has had their say. So, like, what options are there, or ideas or opinions that have not seen the light of day yet? You know, like, everything has more or less gotten the airtime and exposure it's needed to. I can't think of anything that's not been said. Sal, actually, I haven't played the server in years. He's driving... Oh, yeah, well. I mean, he's not played the server because the server's not been worth playing. That I can at least sympathize with. But at the same time, like, Does have a wider audience to make the server more fun? Yeah, it's true. So I don't know. Like I said, Alpha was floating the idea that you only get to vote if you have priority. If you're trying to actually play the server. And you have demonstrable proof that you are. That is true. He said that even after the rollback, you won't be doing 2BT videos anyway. Ouch. Well, then catering to him was kind of worthless, wasn't it? Oh, well. Live and learn, I suppose. Hey, Chase. Welcome. Just complete your gunpowder farm. Ah, yes. Good old gunpowder farm. You, had to have busted up enough guns to make all that powder. I love that this block drops XP. It's so cool. Paying to vote is kind of odd. What about the amount of time played? I'd say if you've bought priority, you get a vote because that proves you are willing to play the server. And that would prevent people who don't play the server or have no intention to play the server from buying priority just to play, or just to vote, rather. You know, that would incentivize some of them to want to play too. So, like, it's a win-win in that instance. But that's just my opinion. I mean, it doesn't matter now. It's all more or less said and done, so. Anyway, how long waiting time for priority after the rollback? It wasn't long at all. Like, you can get on right away with priority right now. Am I secretly Housemaster? No, I'm not, Parsi. Oh man, the amount of time I spent daydreaming what I would do if I had admin, or if I was the admin. Not even like if I had snuck in op or something, like if I was just now the owner. The amount of years I just spent at my old job daydreaming about what I'd do if I had op. I don't know, like, there was an element of people who were like, no, Housemaster can't play the server. The admin doesn't play, the admin shouldn't play, the admin can't play, that's bad. How would you guys feel if I was legitimately the owner of the server now? I'm not, Don't worry. You know, disclaimer, this is a hypothetical. But that I still played, like, in survival mode, and did shit. I guess you would all be, like, extremely incredulous anytime I did anything. You'd be like, yeah, but what if he spawned it in? What if he faked it? What if he did this? What if he did that? Used to do the same shit, just imagine hopping in voice chat and use... Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's Cryobite 1. Oh, God, that stupid impersonator. Oh, Cat Girl Lana, you're actually Housemaster. Well, thank you. Thank you for your donation. Thank you for admitting that. So now we can blackmail you, Housemaster. Housemaster Girl Lana. JK. You're not Housemaster. But yeah, that Pyrobite dude, or well, rather, he's Cryobite 1. He messaged me, tried to get me on Discord, and I was like, "You're not really Cryobite or Pyrobite. Like, I know you're not." And then he just confessed, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not. I'm sorry. I just wanted to get your attention. Can I have a signed book?" And I'm like, these people. Server can only handle so many players before it becomes unstable. Yes, the queue is indeed unfortunately necessary. Sad but true. If that weren't the case, you basically, the only other fair method would be lottery. There would be, you know, some number that you'd be assigned. I guess maybe on the daily, you know, have a random number generator, spit out a number. You would get that number. I guess you'd have to check the 2PTT website or some shit, find out what the number is. And then you would effectively have to just see if you have a chance at getting in. And people with the numbers, you call so many numbers a day, people with those numbers have, you know, some amount of, like, greater leeway into the server. I don't know. But of course, you know, money makes the world run round. Anyway, I think the number of spawn or spammers has increased disproportionately. Yeah. The spamming is definitely, like, as bad as it has been. Really kind of wish Housemaster had some means of combating that. But I know that it's probably not possible. Realistically. Spam is just unlikely to ever be truly... Ooh. More shit. We missed these. Oh, I needed these books. Oh, look. Oh, Insomnium. Do I think Sal was kicked from the Spawn Masons? I don't have a reason to think that. Why? There we go. Give me some X to the P. I don't think anybody's been kicked from, like, 2B2T or this anything. Just that there are those who've chosen not to come back. There are those who will probably find it tougher to get through straight main queue. I did, when the payment processing for priority was down, I thought I was priority banned, so I joined the priority ban, the punishment Discord, just to see if, you know, my name was on a list somewhere that anyone knew of. And it turned out that wasn't the case, thankfully. But I found out, I read into a lot of that, and there are, like, a lot of really uncertain, behind-the-scenes type punishments that House has employed for the last several years. Including, and up to, yeah, you're able to access the server, technically, but good luck getting through main queue because your position will randomly be scrambled. And at a certain point, you're basically just soft-locked from the game, or from the, from accessing the server, I should say. And apparently that's, like, a thing that can happen. He was kicked just for making the recent videos? Oh, really? I did see Sal C1 on a few days ago. Was he not, like, is he not on now? Holy shit. Also, these are all you peoples online. Those of you who want to, like, try and find the name of the people you know. Good lord. Why have they not overhauled, and by they I mean Mojang, why have they not overhauled how you see names on the tab list? Like, at a certain point. Make a scroll function so that I can see a normal tab list without having to do extra tab, right? And I can like scroll through it if I don't know. I can like scroll through the thing by holding shift and scroll wheel or some shit like that. Like, why is that not a thing? You should be able to tell who's online more in greater depth, you know? Answer tab menu is the P menu. Oh, really? Fuck, what did I have that as? I don't even remember what that is. Keybinds. Did I just straight up disable it? Come on. Scroll down, you piece of shit. Iris, replay mod, miscellaneous. Ah, here we are. Open mod. No, that's mod menu. List players. It's... No, social interaction. That was it. Let's make it... I want to make it a button that's like really... No, not 7. It might confuse that for... Let's make it page down. Okay, yeah. So these are the people online. Whoop. Okay, yeah. I see now. You're right, that is probably the best way they could have done it. But I still prefer the tab list. It's just so much easier to press the button and it doesn't take you out of the action. This shit takes you out of the action. At least in my opinion. Tab list has been garbage forever. Yeah, but they can make it not garbage. They have the option. They have the technology. They can improve it. Mojang wants Minecraft to become more Bedrock-like. Yes. Sad, but true. Okay. Let me dump. I'm gonna dump off all of my useless items. Okay, not bad. Honestly, not bad. There's been some bug where slow-falling arrows just don't exist. Slow-falling villager arrows. I see. So, like, a villager that sells slow-fall arrows. Oh. With hundreds upon hundreds of players, yeah, in the server. Like, they could just... They could improve it beyond the tab... Or the social interaction screen. I know they could. They could make the tab list better. Because, again, it takes you out of the action. That's a problem. But I guess they just don't care, man. There has been that undercurrent of them just not really caring for some ungodly amount of time. Wish you could make it opt-in to have phantoms. Honestly, yeah, that would be smart. Turn phantoms on when you want membranes and then turn them off when you don't. The only way you can get phantom membranes right now is if you sleep the night while you have a tamed cat. And you hope that the tamed cat pulls out... it has like a... You know, a loot table. Tamed cats will give you... treasure. Well, not treasure, it's presents. It's like raw chicken, feathers, string, and I believe phantom membranes. So, like, that sort of thing is about the only way I know of to get phantom membranes. However, that said, no amount of sleep will pass this night, is always the message I get. So, like, I don't know if gifts, yeah, 50% chance of that happening and all, right. But, like, that's it. So I couldn't tell you if the phantom membrane is, like, impossible to obtain because they've just got sleep straight up disabled. I don't know. Maybe if, like, we did that as a server community event, although there'd be people who would not participate just to screw it up for everybody. So, like, it's not like this is viable. But, you know, wouldn't it be cool if we could all organize in such a way that we could sleep the night just one time just to test? And then a bunch of people would have, like, dozens of tamed cats or whatever, just to test and see if this actually pays off or not. Or if we could install sleep democracy. That would be cool. Sleep democracy allows a certain number of players to sleep. 1 gift per morning? Oh, fuck. Well, you know? But, like, everybody doing it, yeah, you would only get 1 item, and you'd only have a 50% chance of that. But, like, you could at the very least attempt it. You might get something for it. And then everybody else has a chance, so, like, oh, you know, over some amount of time, it would snowball. People could, maybe pull it off, I don't know. The city is just being erased, Craig. You're exactly right. The city shall be no more. Those of you who have been really, 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 really long time channel watchers will remember Anarchy Skyblock. Specifically the early days of Anarchy Skyblock. And I know those videos were poopy. But like it was me getting back into making videos after like 4 years of not doing it. And at that time, 1.16 had just come out. One of the first things I did was I went to a bastion, and I was like, yeah, I really want to build with Blackstone, because it was, you know, it was brand new. Still do. I just don't think it's going to be as feasible as I would like for where we are. But the first thing I did was I went to a bastion, and I had, because the Anarchy Skyblock was a private map, I had next to nothing to my name. And so I just broke down the entire bastion. Literally every block in the entire... Bastions are huge, by the way. Whole thing, just broke the entire thing down and rolled it into my base. Because it was free stuff. And so I see this ancient city, and I'm like, Alpha, this place is huge, and it's free stuff. Why the fuck not? And he's like, Jack, you're crazy. And yeah, I probably am a little on the unhinged side to be willingly doing this, but you know, it could be worse. Bounce. Wow, that I got a lot of air that time. Okay. I kind of want to like go along the walls and get all the walls, and then there are like little individual, I don't know, smaller, like it's like stuff like this little treasury area, like just little tiny nooks like that, and then you got more wall segments here, and then this is the main sort of citadel looking thing. I still want to know what this reinforced deep slate stuff is going to be useful. I'm so sad you can't do anything with it. But oh, could be worse. Could be worse somehow. Oh wait, fuck! I needed to get up there. Hooah. You know what we need? We need oh shit. We need a double jump. Just for fun. Like a type of totem that when you hold it, you just jump. You can do a jump in midair. Or something crazy like that. Just for fun. Nothing super, super serious. Like, more fun items. Not dumb little side quests that lead to nothing. Like an actual fun item. More totem types. Hey, Osmobite. Hey, Ani. Yes. Don't call Pop Lop at 3 a.m. challenge. What the fuck? Okay. Don't make any sense. Be as incoherent as possible. Challenge at 3 a.m. Gone wrong. Gone sexual. That's the title of tomorrow's shitpost. I don't even know what it's gonna be, and I've already got a title. Thank you, Disc 666. I guess that's how you pronounce your name. I don't know. But at any rate, brain cancer aside, yes. I just love it when people in the chat will type the most incoherent shit, and I'll just be like, yeah, that was a sentence. You like that? You like me saying that way? Discs. Who has watched, what's that guy's name? He's a cat channel where he'll, like, I think he's Russian? He walks around to, like, parks and other public venues and finds stray cats and just feeds them. Robin Sepolt, I think his name is, or Sepolt, or however you say it. And he makes that noise. Instead of going like, here, kitty, 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 he'll do... And it's so, like, addictive. 3 years ago, had Carolina Reaper ice cream. What the fuck? Do not recommend. Okay. I don't think you have used baritone. No, I've not. I've not installed baritone since 1.12 went away. I should probably use a little baritone, but it doesn't really matter. I think it's, oh yeah, one hand I'm like, why? On the other hand I'm like, damn, you don't even need it. Respect the hell out of that. No, you're right, I don't need it. Baritone is a tool best used for things that take an inordinate amount of concentration, but are so absurdly repetitive. Something like digging out this entire city. Placing all the stone, or all the, not stone, the quartz on the disk of Space Falcon 3. Yeah. That type of stuff is mind-numbing. And yeah, I don't blame you for using baritone for some of this shit. But also, I kind of enjoy, like, there's a peacefulness to just attacking a structure and destroying it. Like, ooh, I think I'll go here. Ooh, I think I'll go there. Also, fast break is based. This is like the best fast break has been in years. I don't know why. I don't care why. It works. Netherite pick. With all the fixins. Deep Slate challenge. Or Ancient City or whatever challenge. Insert some dumb TikTok challenge here. And that's it. Like, it's just... This is the life, you know? Ow. Ow. Baritone is base too, yes. Baritone is one of those things that you can live without it. But you really don't want to, because you will be so unbelievably bored. And it just takes so much energy to, like, sit there and do the same thing over and over and over and over and over. And I don't know. I don't know why you would want to. I'm probably going to end up doing baritone sooner rather than later, just because the hole that we're going to end up needing to dig is going to be big. And without duping TNT, like, ripping pepperino. Man, I miss TNT duping. Real shame that's no longer viable. Apparently there is a plugin House has installed. We kind of figured out which one it was. It allows you, it's a new paper thing. It allows you to specify for TNT duping and carpet and rail duping, because they all function on the same mechanic. And House has all that disabled. So it's disabled by intention. You can tell. So unfortunately, the corals, even though I needed coral really, really, really badly, it ended up not mattering. Bonk. It's a shame. Just farm the TNT. Yeah, we probably could. It wouldn't be impossible or anything. But, like, a controlled demolition is a lot harder to pull off because you can't have a machine running back and forth over an area to, like, thoroughly destroy the area. like, raise the land and salt the earth levels of destruction. Oh well. Really wish we had like a magnet or something to like pick up items more easily. I know I've voiced that complaint before. Just something that would attract items to it. Is that so hard? Oh well, what can you do? Oh, you injured your shoulder swimming. Oh, Osmo. Take care of yourself, man. How did you do that? Did you bump into something or did you pull a muscle? I know swimming can be a lot more demanding than people realize, especially at a competitive level. Honestly, competitive swimming, like I love swimming at like a pool just for fun. I couldn't imagine turning that into a competitive hobby. Double jointed shoulder so you can stick it out. It is very secure. Ah, so you overstressed your joint, huh? Tubi tutti, yes. It is indeed tubi tutti. Tutti fruity. Tubi tutti. All double jointed fingers, Ani. Good lord. I don't think any of my joints are double jointed. I don't think. Trying to think if like there's anything in particular. Like all I do is just pop my fingers, but like that's not that special. I love popping my fingers though. I will do so as loudly as possible on stream too. Right into the mic. Oh, you crushed it. Ouch. Harder in the 8th grade, doctor's freshman year. Oh, piece of cartilage is supposed to be the size of a grape and it's out of... Okay, it got crushed flat. Damn, dude. Yeah, you're gonna have to just be very, very careful from now on, because that is going to perpetually be a part of your body you can injure over and over and over. Rollerblade stream? No. Sorry, Poncho of the Hamsters. I cannot do that. I wouldn't know how to do that safely. I can rollerblade just fine. But, like, showing things off would be a problem. I wouldn't want to do that. Wouldn't want any of you blokes knowing where I live. I don't know why I decided to do that in an Australian accent. But I did. So there. Congrats, Dylan. Ah, okay. Your cat had kittens. Aw. Damn. That is both magical and horrifying, because now you gotta feed 3 more or 4 more cats in addition to the mama cat. And she's gonna be super protective of them for like 6 to 8 months. And watch out, they will pee everywhere, the kittens. Especially when they're learning to pee in the marked designated areas. They're gonna have a lot of accidents. You beware. It's a lot of responsibility feeding and training and grooming new kittens and getting them to be prepared. You'll probably have to, and the worst of it is you'll get attached and then you'll have to give them away and then sad. That is a truly sad state of affairs, but I understand. Hey, Rafe. Jack feet reveal via rollerblading. I'm pretty sure you will just see the outside of the rollerblades if I ever did that. I'm not ever going to do a feet, foot, or face, or what's another like really big reveal? Anything along those lines. I'm never doing those things. So, don't think for a second that I will. Well, hey, fat girl, she just crawled out from under my bed. How are you? Say something. Yeah. Okay. Whoops. So, the annoying part about some cats is that they all have, like, sort of like cats have personalities, you know? They really do. They have their own preferences, their own tastes. And my cats specifically get really, really, really flustered if we rattle bags. Well, today is trash day. So we gathered up all our trash and did all that. Plans for the future base. Build with deep slate and make it look cool. And hope and pray it doesn't get found too soon. That's my future plans for the base. Like, it is that simple. But anyway, so we were doing trash. Gather everything up, and I, you know, to open up bags, you gotta sort of whip them around in the air to get the air to flow through the bag so that it'll open up, and you can actually use it as a trash liner. Well, in so doing, it makes a lot of noise, and my cats scatter. Like, they absolutely run for the hills, because that noise bothers them. And I guess I don't blame them. But, like, Fat Girl here will run under my bed. And she will get entrenched under there, and then she'll come out about an hour later, which is about now. And she'll be all like, oh, what are you doing here? And I'm like, you finally came out from your hidey hole. I love my big fat Ellie. Oh, she's going to sleep on my floor now. Not a thing is out of the ordinary for her. She is just absolutely out of it. You would think she lived through the worst ordeal of her life. Nope. She's just a lazy kitty. Big toe reveal? Nope. You never understood ASMR. Supposedly it comes some sort of sensory pleasure? Yes. So ASMR stands for Audio Sensory Meridian? What's it? Autonomous. Or no. Autonomous. Yeah, that's it. Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. Which is a nerve that runs down your... it's a tingling, static, goosebump sensation in response to specific triggers or audio or visual stimuli. And so you've probably just not had those triggers flipped for you, Ani. You're probably just... You've not gotten the hold of the right stuff, basically. Good ASMR is like being put into almost a trance. But for me, I have to have like the right mood to want to see anything ASMR wise. Of course, there are a bajillion channels that do that now. Fuck out of my inventory. And they are, you know, it's like any sort of fandom / hobby. There's good stuff, there's bad stuff, there's mediocre stuff, there's people who are trendsetters, people who are just trend chasers, you know, stuff along those lines. And you'll either figure out what works for you or you will never have any interest in it and you'll wonder why anyone cares. But I swear it is actually pretty good. When you get a good ASMR person and they know what they're doing and they know how to best get you, it's actually not bad. Shit. Fly, you fool. Fly. Oh, fuck. Where's my... There it is. I was like, I have a stash of shit. Where did I put it? Okay, cool. Alright. That is one double chest down. Hopefully, I will be able to fill up all of these chests. I've got plenty of time tonight, so I'm just going to be digging out this whole place. Because why not? Name sounds familiar. It comes up in your recommendations before. It's because a lot of them go viral, and the algorithm picks them up, and they get recommended to everybody. And you'll be like, what in the hell is this? Why is this in my feed? I don't understand. But it's not bad. It's actually pretty good stuff when you get right down to it. You just, like I said, you need to get a hold of the right ASMR. ASMR-ist? ASMRtist? I don't know how do you designate ASMR, you know? Like, what is a specializer in an ASMR thing? What do they call themselves? ASM autists? I don't know. That's got to be like a question someone has asked before, but no one has a concrete answer to. Oh, Poncho, no! What did Poncho do? Music makes your brain tingle. Yeah, exactly, Fern. You're getting feet ASMR. Get timed out, Poncho. Get timed out. Thank you, Osmo. Based. I don't know what feet ASMR would even be, but this is not the place for that. But anyway, yeah, music makes your brain tingle. Yeah, then that means you are listening to the right kinds of music. It stimulates that response. Even while he's just talking right now, ASMR. Yeah, some people have compared my voice to ASMR stuff. I don't see it because I'm just talking. I'm not doing anything special. Like, at least if I was to do ASMR stuff, I would be doing it in the same style, by and large, that all the other ASM autists do their styles in. You know, there'd probably be a roleplay element. There might be, you know, like, I'd be talking like this and all that other dumb bullshit. It's very weird. But, like, that's a thing some people really enjoy. It's odd. I can't get behind it myself. Like, the ASMR that I've listened to in the past has had, like, a specific purpose to it. But by and large, no. Like, you can't just do ASMR shit. Like, that's such an amateur hour approach to it. Like, what if I whispered everywhere like I'm hoarse, like I'm dying? Oh. But in reality, no, that just doesn't work. Psst. Okay, I have got to go kill that lava source. Because that lava source is going to endanger my blocks. My blocks. I need my blocks. Okay. And then the rest of this is just wood and wool, and I'm going to burn it myself. Because it's an eyesore. Whoosh. Oh, God. Oh, shit. You only need to eat a golden apple if you're incompetent. Or was that No, wait, he said Papa Totem, not eat an apple. My bad. Okay, is there not a bit here? There we go. Okay, so that updates that. I have my block light set way too high. That's why lava is just pure orange. Pure hell. What's my favorite movie? Top 3. Oh, God. Oh, Alien. Aliens. And I guess The Thing. Okay, let's get the fuck out of here so that I can actually see where I'm going. Although I guess if I put a little bit more thought into it, I probably would say something else. Alien and Aliens are really just like the best. Oh, no wonder I'm so damn slow. Owie. Anyway. Somehow went into Electrofly mode. There we go. Anyway, yeah, like there are just so many really amazing movies out there. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's why it's doing that. Thank you for your donation. I didn't see who it was. Was that Poncho Hamster through Streamlabs? I think it was. There we go. Kill this bitch. God, that lava was a pain in the ass. Unnecessarily obtuse. Jesus. I hate you, lava. Why are there no lava sponges? Thank you for your donation, Poncho. There we go. Okay. Now then, while that is cooling down. But anyway, Shawshank Redemption. Ooh, Braveheart. Return of the King, Gladiator. I need to rewatch. I've been seeing them recommended to me. The Lord of the Rings extended cuts. They're on YouTube. I need to sit my ass down and watch those again. I think the last time I saw Lord of the Rings was in theaters. And I've never seen the extended versions. And I know they're a masterpiece, but it's just one of those things where I'm like, eternal back burner, baby. The back burner never grows smaller. It only ever grows larger. Even if you live for 1,000 years, you would always have a large back burner of media you just not yet had the chance to consume. I guarantee you. Not even a baseball guy, but Moneyball was a great movie. Oppenheimer. Oppenheimer wasn't bad. I would need to watch it again. There's some kinds of, like... I didn't really have any problems with Oppenheimer, but, like... some of the presentation in Oppenheimer was a little bit much. Like, him having sex with that woman. And, like, during the deposition, that was basically a witch trial. They showed him doing that, because that's what his wife saw, or whatever. It was really like, okay, I get the idea. He had an affair, and she sees the other woman because that's how women work, I guess. That's what they were implying. I guess I get that, but like, it was just gratuitous for the sake of gratuitous. Like, it was unnecessary. But that's the only scene that I was like, it really doesn't belong. Oppenheimer was also very, very, very loud for, like, no reason in parts. The bomb being loud makes sense. But, like, there were just parts where I was blown out of the theater simply because they could blow me out of the theater. What was the point? Like, oh, wow, thank you for giving me tinnitus at the age of 34. Like, I really appreciate it. I'm not supposed to have that till I'm in my 60s. Thank you. But here we are. So, like, whatever. But other than that, Oppenheimer was pretty fucking dope. I like the part where he was imagining everybody turning to ash. Because, you know, oh no, a bomb went off in our neck of the woods. Because, oh god, what have I done? But, like, it's not terrible. Symbolism like that is fine. If it's done well. Gotta love historical here. Yeah, a little bit. Okay. So this is the innermost segment. The lava's still not gotten out of here, although it's almost... yeah, there it is. Logan Paul is on the server. Shut the fuck up. Legends say that Bachi left the server being... oh, yeah. Yeah, I think that did have an element of truth to it. But I don't know personally. I just know that Bachi was questionable. Or Baki, or whatever his name is. Baki. I hate the English language sometimes. The movies are freaking awesome. They explore many truly human things like bravery, being scared, looking out for your friends. Okay. Yeah. It was a really strong visual, like slightly unnecessary. Yeah, good point. Excessive, but, you know, that was probably the point. Hobbit, The Unexpected Journey, Desolation of Smaug, Five Armies. Trilogy was fire, and I don't love those types of movies. Ooh, I've got a bad series of reviews for you, Stone. You are not going to like it. Tag me on Discord, and I will link you. There is a very, 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 very long set of video essays on how The Hobbit was awful. The Hobbit trilogy was so manhandled. And the makeup, the acting, the overall aesthetic, like everything was on point. But the script and the pacing were just not there. And yeah, like I got a really nasty, but like great, well put together set of video essays on the matter. And who knows? Maybe I will talk about them if everybody else has seen them. The Hobbit movies I enjoyed them the first time around, but I didn't think about them. Like I watched them, and then I forgot them. And so I'd never seen them since they came out in theaters. And I was like, okay, well, you know, I remember loving the Hobbit movies. Maybe I will, you know, I want to see what this guy has to say. And oh my god, he split it open like a fucking Mortal Kombat fatality. Split the series open like hot knife through butter. It was a really, really, really good autopsy of how the Hobbit trilogies were as flawed as everyone said. The main idea was that it was not grounded. The Lord of the Rings was a far more grounded fantasy that didn't take itself too over the top in terms of like what it was trying to do. And the Hobbit trilogy very much forgot not to do that. That was more or less it. Hey, user F7. FF7, blah, blah, blah. Elves and stuff? Yeah. I love, like, any elves in fiction. Elves in fiction are always really good. And I really like the aesthetic of Tolkien's world. I don't actually like much of his world building, but I do actually like the aesthetic. Because it feels like it's an aesthetic that's living and breathing without being too in your face. Family member made you watch it, now you like it, but yeah, probably could be split open. Yes, it's good, mindless fun, but if you take a magnifying glass to it and really examine the Hobbit trilogy, it falls to pieces. Power of the Rings is bad. Oh, Rings of Power were god-awful. No consistency, no characters. There is a really, really good, very, very long video digest series. What in the hell are you doing, 2B2T? Let me go. Stop this shit right away. I didn't do nothing. What is this? Stop. Okay. You gonna let me leave? You asshole? I didn't want to have to use a pearl just to get out of that, but like, fucking hell. What in the fuck was that? It's a vanilla bug. Oh, ghost block. Ghost block. It has to be a ghost block. Spoopy ghost. Has to be. I remember ghost blocks came back in 1.18 or whatever. Spoopy ass ghost blocks. I must have inadvertently made one. Hold on. No? Huh? I don't get it. Then what the hell was I jittering on? Air? Bizarre. It was not a ghost block. It was the ghost of blocks from Christmas Past or some shit. I don't know. Crazy. Maybe there's something under the carpet block. Wait, was that carpet? No, I was walking on solid wool. Wow, walking on blocks are now broken. Just GG. You have made walking on blocks broken. That is quite the feat. I thought they'd patched that shit in, like, alpha. Oh yeah, I've not spammed. Wait, is that the URL? I don't want to give out the wrong URL again. Let me, there we go. Yeah, I think that was the correct URL. Anyway, streaming for those interested. Now, but yeah, that was funky. Like, I've not had a block malfunction under my own feet before. Not like that. But anyway, yeah, Block's trying to get some action. Yeah, I guess. Pop Bob, yes, Pop Bob was responsible, Tal, you're right. How could I have forgotten? Pop Bob is always responsible. One-off glitch until it happens again, then it happened again. Yeah, like, it just kept happening. Relogging kind of fixed it, but I don't know. I'm gonna burn that spot down anyway, so it doesn't fucking matter. No, Jack, I will be too popular. Oh no, what an awful, awful thing to have. Some recognition. God, how terrible. Oh well. Such is life in the zone. Okay. Yoink. Let me get all the items. Bam. Bam. I don't think I care for the basalt. No, 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 don't you dare. Don't you dare break that. I don't want to break that. I love the new speed mine, but like it's very particular. You have to tell it exactly what to do or it will mess up on you. But that's fine. Tripping over air is like choking on your own saliva. Yeah, it certainly feels that way, doesn't it? How on earth did this bodily process betray me? No. How could you? Ah, fuck. Okay, that was my fault that time. No more ancient city. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Let's see now. It would happen if you used TAC. I thought they took green text away. Why are you seeing it? That was run back. Like, whatever house... Like, I guess he was convinced to run every change back except the world gen. Like, that's the only explanation I can think of. Every major change, save for exactly the world gen, was rolled back, from what I can tell. And, like, I guess that's good enough. It's just barely good enough, but yeah, good enough. Good enough is good enough. It's C- level work, but, you know. Me personally, I was not a fan of how everybody could spam using it. But I wasn't, like, against it existing. I think if they'd just, like, throttle messages. Jesus, don't let people talk so fucking often. How hard is that? Like, don't be overly asshole-ish about it, but, like, make it to where you are unable to spam. Surely in the year 2023, we figured out a way to make it impossible, or next to impossible, to be able to spam your shop. Or whatever. Surely. How have we not gotten to that point? Spam has always been a problem. And I guess it'll always be a problem going forward. It'll never truly be solved. Whoops, that's my totem, damn it. Get back here. An Imperial Goon. Oh, speaking of Imperial, is the Imperium still around? Do they even exist? I've not heard anything about Imperium in a long, long time. Like, it's been a good few years since, you know, I was in the know about all the factions running around. And I gotta wonder, like, are there people... I mean, obviously the Spawn Masons are fucking eternal. Did Voco implode? I think I remember hearing about that. Or something similar to that. And then Imperium. Damn, you're uncultured. I was referencing virtual insanity? Oh, no. Oh, Future's made of virtual insanity. Oh, I get that reference. I love that song. Virtual insanity that always seemed to be governed by this love we have for useless twisting of a new technology. Oh, now there is no sound, for we all live underground. God, I love that song. I was solidly hooked on that in 2020 and in early 2021. Did I vote for Biden or Trump? I voted for Trump because Biden is an old man who is probably on death's door and can barely walk, let alone lead anything. So, like, talk about loaded gun A versus possibly loaded gun B. I don't know. I would like for Trump to be a better leader going forward if he wins. Because Trump was very naive term 1, if he gets a term 2. But I have a feeling he's not going to get a term 2. And not because of good reasons, like for unfair reasons. It feels like things are going to be ruined. So I don't know. But I'll keep the political talk at an end there. I don't want to get too deep into shit like that. That stuff bothers people, I know. But anyway, yes, it is a good song. Yep. Voco is dead. Ah, good. Good. Have I set up multi-MC? I have not yet. It's between a bowl and china shop and a dying dog. Ouch. Sad but true. Maybe one day things will calm down and we can talk about things like politics and people won't have as charged an opinion. And like things won't be that big a deal. You know, things will have de-escalated enough to where people can kind of get along with each other again, and it'll be a genuinely better society. Psych. That's never going to happen. Never in a million years are we going to have that level of cohesion ever again. Sad truth. It's a shit choice no matter who. Yeah, that certainly feels the way that things have gone. You'll get what we get. I'm kind of wondering, is there a point in voting? Like, that's very black-pilled, I realize, but like, bounce E-fly any good? It's okay. In small bursts, it's okay. Depending on what direction you look in, you can kind of get away with bouncing more powerfully. But you have to, like, really know what you're doing and be very, very careful and modulate it just right. But if you do, you are rewarded with a very fast travel method. So, I don't know. The server will, like, constantly lag you back if you do it wrong. And it'll catch you every now and then anyway. Even if you're not doing anything wrong, because the server is awful that way. I want you dead because I've not bothered setting up multi-MC. Dude, I got a week. Is okay. I will just set it up next week. If it's super easy, I don't gotta worry about it. As you say. Never. Yeah. I do use the vanilla launcher because I'm too lazy to use anything else. That's predominantly me problem. You know. Oh, hey, Golden Tier. Have I ever gotten a proposal to build a spawn or lobby for a server? No, I have not. I know there were people who were like, Space Valkyria 1 could be the lobby of a server, and I guess that's true. But nobody's ever, like, approached me and offered to pay me money or anything. I know there are people who do that stuff and get paid. That's dope. Not that I'm terribly in the know about that sort of thing. I don't know. Personally, I like building bases for my own use. An expired Subway coupon sheet if you give me a server lobby. Nah, I'm good. I want to expend all of my brain power and energy on this. On the 2B2T. Ow. On the base I'm about to make. I want to carve, you know, this place into something amazing. The hole in the ocean, that is. Ocean's anomalous. Everything else can more or less wait. Oh wow, free lectern. Ooh. Okay, since this fucker's so big, I might have to go from the top down. Yeah, up there and then bring it all down this way. Something like that. We'll see. Lots of wool. Holy shit. Okay. I made sure to get every sensor, or every shrieker rather, that was like potentially close by. So I shouldn't set off any wardens. But Alpha and I had many close calls yesterday. But it was fun. We got it all done. This place is more or less on lockdown. Y'all don't worry. Single boost rocket was the only with only flat roof. Huh? I guess. I don't know. Well, there's target blocks and lecterns. Yes, they realized Alpha was curious about that too. He was like, "Wait, there's redstone components in here," and I'm like, "Oh yeah." Mojang was throwing around the idea when this section of the game was in development. They don't have an adequate way to teach new players about redstone shit in-game. They added the ruined portals as a sort of like hint. You know, repair a portal. Find out what happens, and then that takes you to the nether. But there's no in-game way to know about portals. So they added that, and that made sense from a gameplay design perspective. Well, eventually, they kind of extended that idea to also be, you know, redstone components. There's no in-game explanation for redstone components that really makes sense. I should keep one shrieker encased in wool so I could farm the warden. There are more shriekers over here. Like, if I turn on my block search feature, there's like 2 shriekers right here. So, like, farming the warden's not an issue. I don't need to care. It is no biggie. But yeah, so they decided to put all these redstone components inside the central keep, I guess is what it is, of the, where that encased reinforced deep slate is. This block we can't do shit with. The supposed portal to another dimension that everybody was hyping up and then turned out to not be real. Wasn't that fun? Wasn't that just amusing, everybody? Gosh, I sure hope they don't ever make this into anything. I hope it just sits here for years and years and is completely worthless. Wouldn't that be even funnier? If this giant mouth-looking thing was just ugly and that was it? And had no value beyond that? Gosh, that would be a hoot. Fuck. Come on. There we go. Got it. But anyway, yeah. Oh, hey, Finley. How have I been? I've been pretty good. Things have been going well, as you can see. Oh, and I would also like to just say ahead of time now, you know, oh, well, never mind. 43 likes. Holy shit, you guys. Yes, leave likes and subscribes, please. Those of you who haven't. I don't know how many of you there are at this point. Probably not that many. But no, I've got to get into the habit of doing that. Periodic reminders and all that shit. It was actually Among Us joke? I don't think it was an Among Us joke. I think it's an effigy to the warden. That was my explanation to Alpha. And I guess it makes sense. It's as much... It makes as much sense as anything else in the game. If it's just an idol to the warden and this was a place they worshipped him in, I don't know. Imagine not being subbed, exactly. Imagine not hitting the notification bell every time I make a shitpost. Or a 2B2T live stream or some other such thing. God, wouldn't that be terrible? But I could understand, you know, people are weird. There are masochists out there. I can't understand masochism. There are people out there who think that exotic cheeses are good, especially the smelly ones. And, you know, I can't get behind that idea either. There are people out there who unironically like dubstep. It would make a cool teleportation device. Yeah, but where would you be teleported to and from? Like, I guess that would be cool if you could set it up, but, like, teleportation's only valuable when it is controlled. And I guess, in a way, you know, that's what the Nether is for. You know, that's kind of a soft teleport when you get right down to it. So, I don't know. Oh, the other warden part. So, yeah, you could teleport between ancient cities, I guess. I don't know. Maybe. That still seems just very meh. Completely ignore Pearl Stasis, which is a hard teleport, yeah. Because that's, like, kind of iffy. Oh, Shwep, thank you so much, Shwep. You didn't have to donate to me. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, man. But yeah, with the Pearl Teleport, that is very, like, borderline right now. I don't know that they'll keep that. Yeah, for now. For now, that's a thing. Sure. Imagine how much more connected the community would be if shulkers didn't exist and Pearl Teleportation didn't exist. That would be something. But that would not be a world I want to live in. I enjoy shulkers and I enjoy Pearl Teleportation. That said, I wouldn't be surprised if Mojang takes away Pearl Teleportation. People will be able to keep their bases so far out. Yeah, I don't know. I lived out in the millions without either of those. For years. Until I was literally griefed and forced to not move that far out. Like, there would still be bases incredibly far out. They would just be way more tight-knit. I guess in a way, that's probably why we've not had another Imperator type base pop up. We've had, like, Mew mega bases. We've had Block Game Mecca, Block Game Jerusalem, etc. But we've not really had something like super hyper exclusive, you know? Sky Mason's like the next closest thing I can think of, but then that also was very compromised. You know, like, it was bound to get compromised. Whereas, like, there's not been another Imp space where it's just, like, super secret. And you only hear about it in hushed whispers. And it's, like, this fabled, far-off place you can never fully reach, but you might be able to reach it someday. I don't know. I guess that's sort of like how the server is. A lot of the mysteries of the server have been, by and large, solved. I don't know. Hey, Void Master. There don't feel like there are any really big mysteries to the server anymore, do they? I think it used to be filled with glass panes, and when you flint and steel it, in one of the snapshots. Oh, yeah, that was some placeholder thing I'm sure they thought about. You hate tall grass? Oh, okay. Hey, S-Man-chan, how are you? Glad to have the regulars here, as well as all the new faces. I appreciate that. Love seeing you guys. Get a life, loser. Kung Fu. Oh my god. Kung Fu, get a life, loser. He practices kung fu. What a loser. I think the passive, the ability to fly made the Minecraft world and so much more passive. Yeah, exactly. There are so many things you can just straight up avoid. Like, for example, yesterday, great example, Atrica. I didn't take my elytra off once, even though we were sneaking around doing ancient city stuff. And Alpha was like, "I'm scared of dying, Jack." And I'm like, "Oh, don't worry. That's not even really a problem. We didn't die once." And I was like, yeah, all you have to do is just fly away to the edge of render distance, and then just keep him in render distance long enough for him to get bored and crawl underground, and that was the end of it. Oh my god, Mike Ziegler, thank you so much, man. Holy shit, dude. Base, bless you so... Oh, thank you so much, man. Oh, wow. Holy crap, I'm not worthy. Damn. Some people just have so much generosity. It blows me away. But, yeah, like... to continue on with the example. Routinely, we woke up the warden on accident. And I was like, don't worry, just fly away to the edge of render distance and just, you don't have to give a fuck. And sure enough, that's exactly what we did. We were never even so much as grazed by a warden. There were points where we woke up 2 or 3 of them accidentally simultaneously. And all it took was just running away with elytra, got away super quick, and that was the end of it. And the encounter was just a matter of being patient. And he fucked off every single time. And there was never any real danger. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Elytra and rocket-powered flight. I would argue it's the rocket-powered flight. Not elytra, but the rocket-powered flight. That really went a long way toward diminishing the threats of the Minecraft world. Because what are you really worried about? What, a bunch of mobs? I mean, I guess. But worst case scenario, you kill a creeper or two, get some gunpowder, make some paper, craft some rockets, and you're out of there. And that can all be done in like 10 seconds. And the danger you expose yourself is very quickly minimized. It's really quite silly. Yeah, survival mode's not as much about survival any longer, you're right. It's so hard to die. But then I feel like that's kind of the natural trade-off. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe the only way a server or a game can evolve eventually is to become more focused on multiplayer and less on single player. Simply because, like, the only challenge you will truly get is from other people at a certain point. Because, like, in my hardcore world, I'm not even remotely challenged. I'm just not. And everything is up to me to do whatever I do with. And here, well, there's an uncertainty level now. Like, what if the new terrain generation gets exploited? Now, suddenly, it's all up in the air. Like, who knows? I sincerely hope there's a more private, you know, they've got it on lockdown. You know what I mean? Like, the way the algorithm or the whatever it is that generates the terrain now is far more proprietary and far, far less easy to crack. I really, really hope that's what House did. Because if not, that's going to suck when someone inevitably figures it out. Also... Huh? Is there supposed to be a broken block here? What the fuck? Can I break that? What? There's no way, right? That's just my imagination? Yeah, actually, break those blocks will take a hell of a long time. Okay. Ah. It can't have taken over 2 months since this wasn't present during the June test server. Good point. Unless this was something they did... a long time before that. And they didn't test it on the June server. Oh, what? Am I going to break this block? I thought this shit was bedrock. Does this not drop an item? You can break it, Gladbag. Ooh, hey, long time no see. Yeah, good point. It has been a while. Pet Warden. What the fuck? Why did it reset my progress? Yeah, I didn't pick it up. I'm just gonna assume that's not gonna drop anything. If I mess with it, it'll just stay as is. Want to get these for attuned skulk sensors later on. I will be one with the skulk sensor eventually. Also, attuned skulk sensors look really cool. Like, they're, even though they're redstone, like, just as an aesthetic block, it actually looks really fucking, like, futuristic. And you know how in a lot of sci-fi futurism there is crystal-based technology for some silly reason? Even though there's, like, no logistical way to make crystals work for, like, a computer or whatever. Oh, fuck. First thing that comes to mind is, like, Star Trek and Stargate. How their computer, the really advanced computer systems run on this, you know, weird crystalline-looking technology. Like, I like that look. I guess because I was a Star Trek / Stargate fanboy for a very, very long time. Great series, by the way. Highly recommend Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Next Generation. Voyager is decent. Voyager drops off about halfway through its run. So, like, maybe just watch the first 3 to 4 seasons. But, yeah, like, a lot of cool shit happened. Next Generation is straight up fire. It's so unique, you know? It has this pacing to it, this vibe to it. And it doesn't feel like it overstays its welcome. It's just, it's from a different era, you know? Season 1, 2 sucked ass. Season 3 is a masterpiece. Really? I did not hear anything good about Star Trek Picard. How on earth did they pull it back for the 3rd season? And am I gonna have to suffer through 2 seasons of shit to get to a decent closing 3rd season? Because part of me doesn't want to do that. Part of me just wants to, like, not worry about it. I do want to rewatch Next Generation, though. Haven't seen so many of those episodes in ages. 3 became a masterpiece because they completed Cylon all the characters they invented for seasons 1 and 2 and brought back all the main cast. Ah. I'm on the highway. If you using fireworks made you shit your pants. Oh, I'm so sorry, Parzi. I didn't mean to trigger your fight or flight response. Make you think I was someone else creeping up on you. Well, you know, I gotta use my fireworks eventually, too. It is what it is. But yeah, sorry for the spoop. But yeah, it's nice to see that they brought back the cast for, like, one big bad final hoorah. Because unfortunately, people like Patrick Stewart are just... they're so advanced in years now. I keep expecting to hear, like what happened somewhat recently with the woman who played Lieutenant Uhura. She passed away. It was sometime last year. And, like... yeah, they're the actors who played in the things you love will eventually not live. That's just the sad truth of the world. There will come a day where nobody will know who Smosh is because he will have passed away. And you'll just have to, if you're still alive, you know, you can carry on the torch. Maybe. But all the children will just call you old and laugh at you and be like, you're old, you're irrelevant. Teehee. This part of Season 3 was that it actually closed the book on all the okay. So it gave them proper resolution. That's cool. Yeah, no more dragging out the possibility of doing it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, a proper character arc and resolution is paramount. And this is the best time to do it, when everybody is old and very clearly going to not be acting for much longer, just because, well, yeah, they're not going to be living for very much longer. That's just life. But, you know, you take the good with the bad. No drop. Ah, well. I didn't think the reinforced deep slate did, but oh well. Plenty to do with the ancient city. I am going to cart this sucker off, shulker box by shulker box, and I'm going to make me a base. And it's going to be above the ocean and below the ocean and inside the ocean and around the ocean. And all the other things that I can think of related to the ocean. Because as we learned in the Rings of Power, the sea is always right. I'm kidding, that's a retarded phrase. Don't watch the Rings of Power, by the way, it's not worth your time. I watched that in-depth, really, really long video digest by the same guy who did the Hobbit movie digest. He did Rings of Power all of last year, and I didn't know anything about this until I stumbled upon his channel early this year when he started doing The Hobbit. And after that, I looked back through his other stuff, and it, sure enough, there were the Rings of Power, and I was like, I did not hear a single good thing about the Rings of Power. And he has a really good analytical take on everything. The name of the guy is Random Film Talk, for those of you wondering. And I was like, okay, I'll give this a shot. And I subjected myself to 12 plus hours. And yeah, Rings of Power, Lord of the Rings is fire, but Rings of Power is dog water. It absolutely shat on the Lord of the Rings' legacy. It absolutely just destroyed anything it had going for it. Oh, you make a lot of Lord of the Rings inspired stuff, Atrica. Okay, that's cool. Make like a Rivendell type place and show me that. Not anytime soon, just, you know, whenever. I love Rivendell and the elven settlements. Like, they feel so, I don't know, otherworldly. It's the only way I can adequately describe it. But, like, in a good way, you know? It's 112 chunks? Oh, okay. Well, I understand. The 1.12 chunks will betray you. Don't show those. Okay, so that was all soul sand. I thought I could have sworn I saw soul soil, but I guess not. Color white is the worst one to make shit with? Really? I mean, I like, you know, quartz and other things like that. I didn't find it too hard to work with. But I'm sick of seeing it. But that's a different matter entirely. There's only one good block for it. It's suck at ass balancing quartz with... Oh, okay. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, speaking of quartz, for those of you who did not attend the Space Valk 3 building stream yesterday, I guess I have sort of like an announcement to make regarding that. I'm going to release it at the end of the year. Whatever state it's in when December 31st rolls around, so that's in 4 months. When that rolls around, whatever state Space Valk 3 is in, that's it. I'm not going to do any more building on it. I'm not going to be streaming on it any longer. It will be out. It will be public. You will have access to it. You can have fun with it. Do whatever you like. Build it on here if you so wish. I know some of you are just crazy enough to do that. So you all will have that option. So, you know, just look forward to it. You all will have Space Valk 3 in its final, I guess, is the right way to put it, final incarnation. With all the new 1.20 and 1.19 stuff, 1.16. Like, I put a bunch of new stuff on that thing. Stuff that just was not on the archive or on here. So, you know, you'll have the option. Star Wars is better. Star Wars is fine. How's the server's TPS? It's at a solid 19.80, so it's clearly good. The TPS is high. Solid, even. Like, to an absurd degree. Like, we have 285 players on. We could not have, in the olden days, good TPS like that. With this many players on. This just was not possible. And somehow, it just... What is it? It's, fuck, what is the name? It's, starts with a V. It's the, no, it starts with an F. Sorry, it's Folia. Yeah, for whatever reason, Folia is just, like, hyper good. It's good at being stable. It's good at running parallel instances. It's just good at doing everything. Folia is amazing. I'm really happy we finally found a good, solid server infrastructure. And, you know, I have not seen hide nor hair of a lag machine in I don't know how many years. It's been quite a while. And I'm sure there are lag machines someone can invent. But that I've not seen one. I've not run across this. It's just not been a problem. Space Fortress 3 is in construction. Okay, cool. How big is Space Valk 3's world file? A little under a gig, I think. I haven't looked at it in a while. By the time I'm done, you know, in 4 months, it's probably only barely going to be a gig. I really don't see it growing tremendously file size-wise. It was never that big. No server November is going to be interesting. Yeah, but will it be, though? Like, it'll be interesting for the first couple of days, but only because we'll be waiting with bated breath to see if they do anything. And if it turns out that that shit don't work, and they genuinely can't lag the server, I think that's going to be hilarious. But we'll see. We'll see if that ends up happening or not. It could be that they're saving some sort of special secret weapon or whatever, and that will be used on No Server November. Or Pasta's NSN song gets trending again. No Server November. Oh, yeah. Well, you know, if you can get something funny like that, I would happily, like... Foley is definitely going to be the reason the next dupe. When regions get close, they merge threads, and everyone knows that multi-threading causes some things to be multi-processed. Okay. I mean, yeah, that could be totally exploitable. I don't know. Someone smarter and more well-versed with server infrastructure is going to have to tweak and test that. I am unfortunately not an expert capable of giving you any answer one way or the other. So, until it happens, I don't know, man. Wouldn't surprise me if you're right. But the Folia developers might have thought of that. That's the thing. Like, I'm sure there are so many exploits they are just all too aware of that over time they're just like, you know, if we're going to write this thing, we got to write it and put prevention for all these things in advance, and then just like, I don't know, crazy stuff like that. I love me some free blocks, especially blocks I want to use. Now, I would make use of the wool, but I don't really want to have like a strong ancient city aesthetic. Like, I want this to sort of feel like it's an ancient something or another out on the ocean. So I'm going to make use of the cracked brick. But, no, the wool doesn't feel right to me. Plus, the first lightning strike we have, it'll just all burn. Oh, I mined a sensor. Oh well. Housemaster's done a good job of optimizing. Yes, so far. We may regret those words. Depends on what comes out. We have no idea what's coming down the pike. Some inventive asshole could come up with a way to simultaneously load, you know, every single instance and, like, fill it up with something and just make everybody's instances lag horribly. I don't know. I'm speaking out of my ass. It could not be true. Glad I made the decision to move on from Space Falcon 3. Seemed like I was slowed down and it was burned out. Yes, I was very burnt out and it had slowed to a crawl. Space Falcon 3 streams were, for the longest time, the most popular streams that I was doing, but it never felt productive enough to be worth my time from, like, a Minecraft building perspective. With hardcore, it was something different, so I could sort of allocate my time to it. But with Space Falcon 3, it just became more of the same over and over and over. Put into a fraction of the effort they put in running the block. Yeah, exactly. They would have had a GPA that doesn't increase if you divide it by 2. Right. They would be A students. They would be unimaginable geniuses who could, like, open their own businesses and put Apple to shame and, like, all of this shit. But no, they choose to waste their potential on blockchain. And to be fair, the world is not going to recognize that level of effort anyway. So you may as well have a little bit of fun on block game. I do kind of get that. Block game is at least entertaining. But I do feel for, like, anyone who tried to have a career in tech and then got wrecked in the last few years. I know that's a harsh field to try and do anything in right now. Oh shit. Full up again. Ah, there they are. I keep losing where I put all my chests. Okay. This polished deep slate. This chiseled. Oh, cracked deep slate tiles. Chiseled deep slate. So they're all the different block. There are actually more deep slate variants than I thought. Like, I kind of knew about these, but, like, I forgot they existed. No? Oh, okay. Deep slate tile wall, deep slate polished wall. God, that's annoying. Just to avoid losing track of what I got and what I don't got. Let's put all that there. I don't need soul sand. You just rewatched Trump's 17 video on me. It's very interesting, but his grammar was god-awful. He must have not been a native English speaker. I don't remember what all mistakes he made. I just know he made a lot. And, well, you can't fault non-native speakers. Or he was a kid and didn't know any better. But if he's a kid and didn't know any better, he did a great job for being just a kid. I don't know. I'd like to think he was just not a native English speaker. Not that that's a crime or anything. Oh, well. As someone who has learned a second language at a much older age than your average person would learn a second language, I can empathize with non-native English speakers. Like, I spent the last 4 years at college learning Japanese. And let me tell you, I still don't have that shit down pat. And I likely will not for a very, very, very long time. I'm like only barely conversational. And it's getting to the point where I'm like, damn, I just need to like crack my textbook open and review everything all over again from scratch because I suck. And there's just a level of mistakes and issues that anyone can easily run into that I completely get. Because as it turns out, learning another language is not easy. And so yeah, I've empathized with non-native English speakers ever since. I used to like be very harsh and hypercritical in my mind about them. Like, God, why can't you just speak proper English? My dad used to echo that same sentiment. Now I realize how wrong that is. Because it's not that simple. They're trying. They're on their way to learning that. They're getting there, but like, God, it's a journey, dude. Yeah, boy, is it ever a journey. Holy shit. Etto konbanwa, Jack. Okay. You don't know the characters? You can only spell the sounds you hear. Okay. I mean, I can spell it. You have to have the Japanese East Asian language feature on your computer enabled. And you have to use a certain keyboard shortcut to enable it. But yeah, I can spell all that stuff out. Like, I actually learned quite a bit. But there's a lot of grammar that I've forgotten. A lot of kanji that I've forgotten. Kanji's a nightmare. Okay. Finally getting done with the central hub area. But, like, there's a way to learn things like Japanese less, you know, you don't have to brute force your way through. Funny enough, once you get a decent amount of grammar and just all of that under your belt, to where you're not just an absolute beginner, like you've got some intermediate skill to you, you can actually, funny enough, start learning from anime and manga. Like, unironically, you can. The only reason that was poo-pooed is because, like, a lot of young, foolish teens who thought they could learn entirely from that, or that they didn't need any sort of class or structure. Yeah, no, that's wrong. It's only good for reinforcing what you already know. You can learn from it once you know how to learn. But that requires you having the basics. And you won't have the basics by just learning, or just watching, I don't know, anime or some shit. Demon Slayer or whatever. English has rather complicated grammar. Yes, exactly. English has so much to it that's like not even on the same level. And so yeah, you gotta learn to cut people slack. Like, it is what it is. Areas of the brain light up different for English compared to Japanese. Yeah, that's another thing. The way we handle the language is a different beast entirely. I'm so happy I don't have to worry about speaking Japanese on a daily basis anymore. Oh my god, that was so nerve-wracking as a student. I was like, this is all for a grade and I'm gonna fuck it up. Oh, Thori! Never back down, never what? I always thought the line was never give up, never surrender. I don't know about never back down, but sure. Never back down. Damn. Look at this place. Oh, I'm just so happy. Oh no. Oh god. I'm gonna sneeze. I can feel it coming on. Like the transformation into a werewolf. I know it's about to happen. It's gnawing at the back of my brain. My brainstem is on fire, guys. Send help. Oh. Maybe it'll go away. Maybe it won't happen. Maybe Mount Vesuvius won't erupt this time. But yes, thank you for your donation, Thori. I appreciate it. Okay, chest. Soul Lantern, leave. Let's put that there. I think everything here is at a full stack, so that's good. Cobble deep slate. Oh, not my dig dug. Damn shift click. Okay. I want to kind of keep everything that is non-stacked or not fully stacked up to a full stack. I want to keep all of that in here. Just so that I can keep track of what chests I've filled. But anyway, yeah. Whenever I sneeze or need to sneeze, blow your nose so you can get it out and it won't happen. That doesn't always work, Travis, but that is a decent idea. Sometimes it works, but not every time. There we go. 2 chests full. Yes, sir, 2 chests full. Or was that 3 bags full? I don't remember the nursery rhyme that well. Oh, I got Discord messages. Okay. Nothing too special. Okay. Let's take this bad boy down. Am I into linguistics? Well, no, I needed a language for my bachelor's, and I was like, Japanese is the only language I will reasonably ever use. Every other language would merely be an exercise in futility, because I will just forget it. I will not make use of it. And so, no point in bothering. But Japanese is exclusively different. I will use Japanese, and I already have. So, good enough. But for everything else, nah. French, the very first foreign language I ever took was early in high school as like a freshman or a sophomore. I can't remember. It was French. Nightmare. Fuck French. Cannot stand any of that shit. So glad I only had to take it for like a year or 2. And then I was off to like other curriculum in high school. And then I got my diploma and I got out of there. Because, you know, it's high school. It's just high school. It's not that special. But no, I was not happy about French just in general. I wasn't passionate about it. That's the thing. You really need, if you're going to learn a language and use it, you really need to have that love for it. You want to use it. You want to study it of your own accord. But if you're forced, you will not like it. You will hate it. It will make you not want to do anything with it. Romance language moment. I don't think it's the romance language. I think it's just because it's the French. I'm just not into French. And other than that, I'm not really like... I'm not worried about it. I used it. I learned French as I was like 15, 16. Forgot every little bit of it. Haven't used a single lick of it ever. And it has never come up. And I hope that it never, ever, ever is relevant in my life. Because what's the point, you know? Arabic and Spanish? Oh, man, Arabic. I got wind of Arabic. Holy fuck, that language is complicated. I had no idea Arabic was as much of a... Like, that is a language I do not like. The squiggly languages are really, really hard to, like, wrap your head around. I know there's, like, a simple system to them, but, like, as a total outsider with no experience whatsoever, those languages scare me. I, would pass by on the way to my Japanese course the office of the, because you know it was in the linguistics building at the college I attend, and it was right across the hall from the Arabic professor. And so I would see their name in English and written underneath in, I guess, Arabic. And I was just like, oh dear, that's a thing you have to learn. Oh no. I feel for anyone in that class, but like, you volunteer for that. You know, you sign up for those things. You put yourself in that situation. Bonk. Just go ahead and get rid of this. Somewhere over here. Like, holy shit, there's so much carpet. How much fucking carpet? Good grief. Japan uses the same word for bread like Spanish? Yeah, because a lot of like Romance languages influenced the Japanese. During their big industrialization push, they went out abroad. Unlike the Japanese, or unlike the Chinese and the Koreans, who either were very, very, very late to the party, or were literally isolated in their own country. It took them a while to adopt more westernized stuff, and so the Japanese were quick on the draw, so they got stuff a lot sooner, and they adopted loanwords more readily. So yeah, bread is pan. Just like in French and Spanish. I don't think they had bread in quite the same way. They had, rice was their staple food for a very, very, very long time. And just other things like that. It's interesting to see how things have shaped up after it's been, 80 plus years since Oppenheimer sneezed a little too hard and blew away Japan. And the squiggly language developed because they wrote on soft clay tablets, whereas angular languages developed because chiseling stone was easier to do in straight lines. Ah, that's why. I didn't know that. Very interesting. Thank you, David Loudsbury. I appreciate those types of little historical factoids. Soft clay. Haven't seen the Southern Canal. Used to work on it recently. The Thebes widening project. It's huge. Really? No, I have not seen the Southern Canal since like 2019. When Space Valk 3 was griefed for the very first time, that was the last time I was in the overworld near spawn. And that's the only time I had the opportunity to go see the Southern Canal. And even then it was kind of getting out of hand, but you say it's even bigger. Well, Thebes is a madman, I will not lie. He loves that hole in the ground that stretches for literal kilometers. It's his pride and joy, it's his baby. And I can understand. French and Spanish are read the same way. Oh, okay. Well, that's cool, I guess. I don't care. But, this is neat. Ooh, comparator. I do actually want those. Comparators are annoying to get. So I will take those. I will steal your redstone equipment. I've got a redstone box, so like, it's a thing that I like to keep maintained, because you never know when you'll want to do some redstone. Oh, that's a that is a comparator, not a repeater. I meant to say repeater. Okay. Where did I put it? There it is. Mr. King's Tools of Destruction. Eh? Free redstone, why not? Free pistons as well. I like that you can mine pistons with a pickaxe now. That is such a good addition. I wish they had added that earlier in the game. Oh, oh. Getting jittered by the block again. What the? What? Oh, server not responding. Oh no. No, server, please. Oh no, is my stream dead? No, it isn't. Okay. It's just the server. It's dead, Jim. No. Wait, seriously? Is anybody else on who's not on? What do you think about your comment above, Charcoal? Kind of starting to think the world is slowly going to turn into an early feudal Japan where the farmers had all the power in the sense that Amazon sells almost everything and is a monopoly. We'll see. History does kind of just repeat itself over and over. Made a canal system on another Anarchy server because of 2B2Ts. Oh, cool. Downgrading to 1.12? Oh god, please no. They banned me? No, surely not. No, I think the server just legitimately went down. Fuck. Well. It's dead, Jim. I can get on Constantium. Whatever. I guess I'll show you guys all the stuff that I had on Constantium. This was my base on Constantium. It's still here, obviously. It's pretty. I like it. I like the aesthetic. I should really build on this place more, but... I just got so bored here. I don't know why. Obviously, here's where I stopped being able to furnish things. You know. It is what it is. Yeah, that's staircase that leads up to there. It leads up to there. There's way, way, way more internal bits. There's a giant wall system. So you can walk around on the edges here. Really cool place. I like this build. It's actually not bad. There's our stash and shit. I made sure to line everything with as much prettiness. We terraformed an entire mushroom island. Oh yeah, 1.19, little trick you can use for those of you who are living on mushroom islands, if you so wish. Moss will convert mycelium directly. Whoops. Didn't intend to do that. Moss will turn mycelium directly. So you can just convert it directly into moss. And moss doesn't look bad. For like the decorative sort of landscapey type thing it is. Moss is low-key kind of based. And moss self-replicates easily. You just need a ton of bone meal. But I imagine nobody's hurting for bone meal. So, you know, we got options. This place was actually really fucking nice. It's too bad most of it's hollow. I just never really got around to building too terribly much. There's only one entrance, and that's on the opposite side, and we don't have elytra on Constantium. Also, brown mushroom cow. I hadn't seen a brown mushroom cow forever until literally we based here. Lightning has to strike them. The red mushroom cow. I'll just cut back this away. There's a fat lot of nothing in this giant fucking cavernous, absurdly tall This was gonna have guts. I guess eventually I will. I don't know. I really don't know if I'm ever gonna come back and build here. Like, this whole place, as cool as this base is, it was snooze city here. They were great for anime fights. Yeah, I did kind of sort of take inspiration from some anime settings, but it's not like... It's not that important. Anyway, so up here, we got more terraces and verandas and stuff of that nature. More staircases. This is where it actually funnels out to a somewhat decent little area. I love this design, but building it kind of took it out of me. I don't know why. Did I build it on a mushroom island? Not deal with the lightning in the interior just because? We liked mushroom islands. Like, I wanted a green, verdant mushroom island. So that's what I did. And shortly after, we inherited a stash. And Alpha used that stash to carve... Well, actually, it was originally Alpha loves Jack. And so when I was breaking everything down and remodeling it, I put it to be Jack loves Alpha. And then Alpha put a second one up here that says, I love tacos, and he really, really loves tacos. Like, holy shit. I've never seen someone so fucking obsessed with tacos. But that's Alpha. Please tell me 2BTT is back. Meow. Shut up, Ellie. No one asked your opinion. Got another long bridge, sky bridge that goes up to... Not over there. That's another sky bridge over there. I like the design. Like, it's a really good design. I just couldn't bring myself to do anything with it. Oh, that's right. I didn't build any guts down here either. Oh. Imagine that. Like, I really love the everything. That's empty. Like, everything is just hollow. We could get around with Elytra, but then Elytra got disabled, and that really killed my interest. So yeah, that's all there is to this place, basically. He eats a dozen tacos on the regular. It feels like it. And even Ellie goes, yeah. Okay, well, that's the inside of there. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, it's back up. Okay. Whew. I had to kill time real fast. Huh? We didn't have any rollback, right? Okay. I guess not. Phew. That would have been terrible if there had been rollback. I would have had to have filed a complaint on the Reddit or some shit. Okay, we 2B2T again. Alrighty. Back to mining. Oh, shit. I need this redstone stuff, too. Where'd I put it? No, hush, Ellie. I will let you out later. You don't need out that badly. My little kitty is just so eager to leave for some reason. She must not love me enough to want to stay. It's a comparator. Don't you tear up that carpet. Stop. Shit, next thing I know, I hear rip, rip. She gets destructive when she's bored, so I may actually have to let her out. Okay. I don't want this stuff despawning on me. I want to get everything in order. Ah, fucking glass panes. Does X carry still work? I don't think it does, right? No, it still works. Holy shit. X carry is based. Huh. I didn't expect that to be a functioning hack still. Nice. I'll take it. Whatever. I'll just throw the spare redstone in here. Until I got a space for it. That. And there we go. Okay. One moment. I gotta let out the little screaming kitty. Okay. I back. Yeah, it works. Just don't go through portals. What does? They should invite Fit next season. Jack and Alpha IRL meetup when? I can't say. I do have a sort of semi kind of like promise, but it'll be whenever certain events occur. I can't, like, say anything more than that. It's not that important for you guys. But it'll be cool. X carry will drop the item if you go through a portal. Okay. Yeah, just don't go through a portal. Got it. I don't intend to. Just for, like, simple, you know, getting stuff from point A to point B sounds more than fair. Virus server, oh no. Rat emoji. There we go. That's the server that Ta is referring to. Okay. Oh, guess you gotta go dump off shit. I gotta take a dump. Ow. Into my chests, of course. Oh, wait. Am I not? Oh, yeah, I guess I'm full up on all that. Okay. Fair enough. Okay. I'm pretty sure we got all of, like, the goodies out of here. So there's just, like, one or two chests with, like, books in it. Nothing, you know, terribly interesting. The goodies that I need are the blocks. I want to be able to build. Do I care about the lectern? Maybe if I need it later. The ability to change villager trades on the fly is important, but we've not gotten into villager stuff yet. Who's more likely to get a job at IBM, you or Bran? Definitely you, because Bran is an Apple fanboy to a die-hard degree. Highly doubt he would ever get a non-Apple job. Which is sickening, but whatever, that's his choice. He makes his life choices, I can't. Nobody can make him do stuff. Everybody doing the rat emoji now, I like that. He's gonna take a dump on stream. No, just in the chests. Wait, blocks aren't leaves? Can float in Minecraft? Are there any blocks under them? Yes, Ani. Okay. I cannot wait to burn down all of this wool. Holy shit, this wool is obnoxious. Okay. Get out of my inventory. Okay. So all that's left is the upper wall. Or the surrounding wall bit. What a wonderful night tonight has been. Nice, peaceful, slow. Nothing too crazy. Just right. Everything has been just right. I could get a good job checking if you wasn't lazy. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're lazy and that's your problem, then, you know. Work on that and see. But I don't know that you would want to get a job in any tech, just any tech company, realistically. You might want to be extremely picky as to what company you allow to use you. Because there are a lot of really nasty tech companies that will throw you aside. Like Meta has done very recently. So there's coming a point where there's going to be some sort of a crunch. But don't know what that'll look like or when it'll happen. And it ain't gonna be fun. I thought Bran used to beg XCC2 to give him a job at IBM. I don't remember. Maybe he did. I wonder, speaking of, how XCC2 is doing with his job and how everything is going in his life. I haven't talked to him since I interviewed him in Hardcore. I was playing my Hardcore world while interviewing him. But, I don't know. I should catch up with XCC2 if I can, if that's at all possible. Don't work for Google. Yeah, I don't want to. No Google, please. Your father's been shitty, so this helps you relax. Yes, I'm glad. I'm glad that helps, Travis. It's been a very relaxing day, at least for me. Hopefully for you now as well. I can never do tech support. I don't have the patience. Ah, fair enough. That is one of those jobs you take begrudgingly because you have nothing else. Or you are just an absolute saint. And yeah, I don't know. You won't be a saint for very long, but, you know. You must at least sort of kind of start out like a saint. I'm sure there are people, as rare as it may sound, there must be people who do tech support routinely, and they're just, that's their calling. As weird as that may sound, that's just how their lives shaped up. And they're actually okay with it. There must be at least one or two. As alien as that may seem. I don't know. I too find it equally baffling to... But whatever. Take a deep breath. Enjoy the evening air. Don't get caught up in the troubles you're facing, whatever they are. There's a website, killedbygoogle.com, that lists all the different projects Google has killed since Alphabet's birth. Good lord. I'm sure that is a 1,000-page long document. It's gotta be, right? How large of a website page is it, Ani? I only know Google has done a very high amount of damage. But what precisely that is, I couldn't tell you. Oh my god, I've mined it. No more central bit. Okay. Don't lose your shit. The guy who was on the highway. Nobody is sneaking up on you. It's just me using my rockets. I just don't have any more of the extra stuff. Okay, good enough. I've more or less mined all that. I'm happy with it. Okay, so I got all that. I could start on this connecting bit here, and then continue on down that way. There's a bunch of shit over here. There's this main structure that I really want to take apart. Various other smaller structures dotted here and there. These towers, how on earth do they stay up? More of this type of area, where it's just sort of like a hallway of skulk and brick. More guard towers. More of these pillar things that don't really actually hold up anything. Very peculiar structure. Oh, there's a bit on the far side over here that I missed. We are not done. Is worst better than future? Future's pretty good, but I guess if you've got the right modules for worst, it's a pretty good client too. I couldn't tell you. I've never messed with worst extensively. Google equals Android, Android equals poor. One page long, but 288 projects to be killed were killed. No wonder. Future is 1.19, yes. It's 1.20 actually, but only for future beta. Sorry if you don't have that. I thought there was a public version that was up to date. I could be wrong with that. I don't know. I don't keep up with the public version for obvious reasons. So you'll just have to figure it out for yourself, I guess. I don't know. Can't help you too much. Tasty XP. Okay. So this whole area is more or less purged, I think. I am Pichai, sort of Alphabet Inc. and its subsidiary Google. Resistance is futile. Your tech is over. Your tech as it has been is over from this time forward. Your services you will service us. We are the Google. Lower your standards and surrender your tech. We will add your innovations and technological distinctiveness to our own. Your data will adapt to service as resistance is futile. Oh. Holy based. That is simply too true. Oh, resistance is indeed futile. I feel bad. Well, not that bad. It's not like I did anything. Let me up. Oh, this is that ice storage. Sort of like a deep freeze. Really cool aesthetic they got here. Like the blue fire. Yeah, that was just old shit I didn't care to have. Okay, where to start next? Kind of feel like I'm just running around like a aimless fool. I could continue along that line. Part of me wants to like mine this tunnel strip segment. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll mine all this out because it looks cool and I want to steal it. Goodbye, ancient city of stolen things. We don't care. We stole it all anyway. That's a reference like literally only 2 people will get. Oh, and the polished basalt. I don't care to have that. Oh, and the smooth basalt. I don't care to have that either. Okay. 2BGT in the new version, SAS 1, yes. Ow. It's died down. It was at 60. Yeah. Well, here's hoping we get 120 very soon. I would like to have this all be more or less up to date. So that we can all just sort of, I don't know, enjoy the stuff that there is before we get screwed horribly by Mojang or something. I have a feeling 2B2T is not going to be able to stay 2B2T for too much longer. Although obviously some would argue it's already not 2B2T. But, like, I mean, it would be screwed even worse than it already might end up being screwed. I don't know. I just have a nasty feeling that the shit Mojang is going to start trying to pull in the next few years is going to get bad. And the server's still kind of entertaining now. Somehow it's managed to stick around, and I don't want it to go up in smoke, you know? Yeah, it's a Borg from Star Trek copy pasta with Google flavoring. How did I get Future? I've had Future Beta for years. I got it by being someone of repute. And I've been able to, you know, do it. Actually, speaking of... watermark. Oh, that doesn't show up. Because my stream overlay. Yeah, I cannot. Huh. Okay, I can't move that. Well, nobody can see it, I guess. Oh well. I'm just gonna disable it then. The watermark just doesn't do it. But it is future, I promise. I was just thinking, oh yeah, I'm streaming. This is a great little advertisement, which is the whole reason I had Future Beta in the first place. Is that I could potentially do advertisements and stuff. But, yeah, they need to give us the ability to move the watermark to any spot we want. That would help. But without that, you don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, actually, I think I will put that in as a suggestion later. Head out now? Okay, take care, Ani. Thanks for coming out, man. The public version should be out somewhat soon, especially since 2B2T is updated. Like, there's no reason not to update and release the, you know, the public version of 1.19. Like, eventually, you know, that's just good business sense. So, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Future's great. Nuker's your favorite part. Really? I've never tried the nuker on here. Oh, that's cute. Oh, great. Nuker, I need to have you not be... Oh, that turns on kill aura. Can I even use kill aura on here? Don't think you can. Also, the nuker is just a tiny bit jank. I don't know, maybe I need to play around with it and get it perfected. It's always never really worked, so I've just never really given it much thought. But the fast break works wonderfully now. Had to alter some of the settings, but like it finally became good enough to bother. Used to not even be that good on here. 2B2T was always good about fixing things like fast break. Nuker Creative works on Instamind blocks. Okay. Well, there aren't that many. Not here anyway. Ow. There it is. Okay. Stack everything possible. Cool. Almost 2 stacks of sensors. Let's throw all of this down in the holes so I don't pick it up. Oh shit, it's almost 11 now. Good lord. No wonder I'm feeling tired. I've trained my body to wake up at 6 a.m. now. So, like, I'm winding down about this time, whether I like it or not. Ugh, I hate this feeling. Everybody else is bowing out too, you know? Nuker gets you kicked. Yeah, it must have a config. Like, you gotta have it in just the right settings. Oh, hey, Jake the Snake. 6 a.m.? Well, it's not 6 a.m. now, but, like, early enough. Yeah, it used to just kick you. I'm very happy that it's, like, manageable. Like, just let us have some hacks, you know? Like, you don't gotta patch every hack under the sun. Let us have a little bit of fun. Just an itsy-bitsy little bit. Nuker didn't, you know, that's not gonna break the bank. At least I don't think so. Like this fast break, you know? Is this harming anyone by allowing me to fast break like this? Surely. House has just been so anti-fun for so long. It's really quite silly. But anyway, I'm going to reappropriate all of this deep slate for my build. Now, why is the hoe the proper tool to break the sensors? Like, that still baffles me. Makes no sense. I don't sleep till midnight, it's 8 p.m. Well, yeah, but you're several time zones behind me, Travis. It is almost 11 for me. It's getting later and later, and my bones are going, die. Just give up and die. And my eyelids are like, kill yourself. Commit to that long sleep. No skulk shriekers? I killed them all. We already grabbed those up, though. The shriekers I like aesthetically. They look like really funky. So I saved as many of those as I could get my hands on. But, we already went through here and cleared all those out. The only thing left to get are the sensors and the deep slate in question. I have an ocean base to build, don't you know? How else am I going to, you know, manage all this? A little cautious over patching things for a bit, yeah. I mean, the fact that you can't elytrafly, you can't do, like, any of the fun stuff anymore, like, scaffolding, you can't do nuker, or not nuker, a kill aura, you can't do, just like a bunch of small stuff like that that was just essential for the longest time. Even the, lol, you can't see in players' inventories, or you can't see the armor they're wearing. Even that was, like, excessive. Although I kind of get why. That does sort of give an element of surprise. Not terribly. it's not like super efficiently necessary. Like, you can just go ahead and assume everyone has God gear and just leave it at that. Like, you don't even really need any sort of ESP to tell you that. Like, but it's nice to see cool stuff on people, because when House blocked ESP for like armor and stuff, you couldn't see what people's stuff was named, and that was kind of disappointing. I like being able to see what creative names people come up with, and also you can tell when certain items like Kino's stacked or Alpha stacked 32Ks, or famous weapons and stuff have made the rounds. Like, that's how. I kind of understand the death message disabling. I wish that was kept. You should only be able to see a death message of people nearby. That's way, way better. The whole global death messages thing, I think that time has come and gone. I really do. I know that was not a popular change either. But, like, just... there does need to be a little bit of personalization. Just a little bit. Really, the only thing I was absolutely against was the chunk culling. And even that, had its upside. But it wasn't very, very much of an upside. Kill Aura works. Oh, okay, good. Can I use the smithing table? I'm on 120.1, so no, I cannot use the smithing table. There's a difference due to how they introduced armor trim. So, like, smithing table interface is just kind of borked. Can't be helped. Oh, well. Could be worse. Could be worse. The one annoying thing is trying to sign in with 1.19.4. For some reason, it doesn't want to let me. The server won't. Green text is back. Yeah, it's very back. I guess House had, like, total remorse and reversed everything. Instead of just the two things he mentioned, he straight up rolled it all back. Ow, what the fuck? A candle. A candle can just stop you dead in your tracks. Ugh. Oh, mommy. Make the boo-boo go away. Yeah, see, here are all the skull shriekers. Pretty much. I think like maybe one or two are in the walls somewhere. Okay, I want to consolidate all the items that are not stacked. Fully stacked, I mean. Smooth basalt. Traitor. How in the hell did you get in there? I don't need you. Okay. Quite a few, like, bits and bobs I've not got full stacks of. That's a few chests full. Holy shit, my body is yelling at me to go to bed. So I'm guessing that's what I'm going to have to do. Because my brain is going to be dead very shortly. And I'm just going to be like a zombie. And that's not going to be terribly fun to keep watching. I like the Electrofly bounce. I like turtles. And also the turtle edition was actually pretty cool. I need to breed turtles, come to think of it. Alpha is AFK auto-fishing again. So I kind of want to, like, go check up on that real fast, because I promised I would. So yeah, I'm going to do a lot more of this place, demolition-wise. And, yeah, I will catch y'all. When is my next stream for 2B2T? It's what, Wednesday today? So that'll be next Monday. Yeah. Oh, next Monday. Ooh, Jacktherippa streamer regulars will understand what next Monday is. I will catch y'all then, though. Y'all have a good evening. Take care. Stay safe. Don't do anything stupid. You know, it's coming up on Labor Day weekend, so, you know, don't get too drunk if you drink. All that shit. Make sure to leave a like, subscribe, ring the notification bell. You know, thank y'all so much. Every single person who donated. I love you all greatly. All the support, everything just, wow, blows my mind. Y'all have a wonderful night. I will catch y'all. Tomorrow is Thursday, so hardcore. For those of you who want to watch my hardcore world, I've got a lot of stuff there. And yeah, apart from that, I will see y'all later. Goodbye.